one of the better defensive teams in this league, and now that we're scoring goals and creating chances, that's certainly a recipe for success. And guys made the right plays today on the defensive end. Roto luck maybe once or twice, but Steve made a great save. But overall, really pleased at winning a home game. We've also talked quite a bit about making sure we send the fans home happy, and so this is a step in the right direction. Long week, we got to recover in Salt Lake away. That ain't going to be easy, but one we're looking forward to, and then LAFC comes here. So long week, so it was important to get these 3 points.
Start with David over there and then from the Dustin.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned the long week, and it's been long weeks, right? Three game weeks. I wanted to ask you about your team's depth, right? How are you feeling? You have some guys that are not making the 18, so are they causing sleepless nights, as you say?
We're dressing 20 now. I think we're as deep as we've been all year, and that not just again just because we're of health, right? There's health and then there's form, and I think the subs are consistently, and I said that to the guys in the line, the subs are consistently now coming in and doing a good job, and we're coming away saying that they're pushing now to pushing the starters, and that's a very, very healthy thing. So it's nice to look down the bench and have faith in a bunch of guys that come in and help us out. And you could see the tanks were getting empty. It was a hot day here for both teams, but we took care of the ball, and continue to. Again, it's a tough place to come. If we can take care of the ball and make good decisions, if we can repress, if active defending is sharp, we can rack up some points here at home. But it's it takes a performance like today.
Hey, Ben. Of course, you want to score goals, but getting an early goal, good finish by Ibra, how important is that for what it set up the rest of the game?
It was a great start, a good early goal, and then for us to keep a clean sheet then, that is, again, what I think is the biggest storyline for us right now in that locker room, because so many times now we've been scoring and it's going back and forth and we're turning down a little bit. And overall, I thought it was a smart game, intelligent game from us, and we didn't take unnecessary risks. Still have 2 or 3 chances we got to kind of put away and make that game maybe a little easier, but we didn't. So if you don't do that, it's nice to have defenders. I thought Eric Sviatchenko was great tonight. Mika had a good night. Franco was very disciplined and in his positioning. So I thought overall a good night.
And then we saw you take out Hector. Is that just the week ahead, a busy week?
I think it's, we've been putting a lot of minutes on him, and I think he was just, tired, really tired, and it showed. And I think he was honest with himself for the first time, maybe ever, or honest with his coach about how he was feeling. So Brooklyn came in and did a really good job.
All right, Coach. Congratulations for
Thanks,
the
Steve.
1-0 win. Quite a game of 2 halves. Look at the way Dynamo executed the first half, get the early goal. I want to ask you a question. What do you think was the turning point in this match, in this 1-0 win, when you look at the first and second half performance of the team?
I don't know if there was a turning point. What do you mean? Why was the second half different than the first half?
Yes, sir.
I think we got a little fatigued. I think we stopped taking care of the ball. Some silly turnovers and some silly decisions in this heat really can push you back. And it's even more critical to, again, make good decisions because it's not fun to defend in this stuff at this place. And so I think that was it. Maybe a little fatigue. I could have probably put some subs in earlier that would have maybe helped. But overall, we suffering like that, Sam, again, just because we're defending, right, doesn't mean it was a bad half. And I think we have to understand that as well. Sometimes just because we're grinding normal. This is normal soccer, and we, I'm actually okay with at times we had to hold the fort and be compact and take some lumps.
Thank you very much, Coach. I think we will go to Manav here.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Offense had scored 4 goals last week. They come out here, and you mentioned the quick start, getting the goal. Has anything really changed for you guys? Because you've scored 14 goals the last 6 games. Is there anything different that you've done offensively that has allowed you to open it up scoring-wise?
Well,
or
the red
anything
card
different?
helped with the 4 goals in D.C., but I think, about maybe a month and a half ago, it wasn't going in, and it was part, as I said, trust the process, that we were getting looks and we're looking at the stats, and the expected goals were there, and the shots were there, and the numbers in the box were there, opportunities, entries into penalty spot, all these stats that we look at were there. We just weren't seeing things out, and now the goal just seems a little bigger, and sometimes that happens naturally after you get 1 or 2 games where you get some goals. But we worked on it as well. I mean, we got a great staff, and they really dug into that. And I think we put some things into training, some exercises, and some presentations about how we can get there and make our own luck in the final third. So I credit the staff.
And you had mentioned the shutout earlier, and obviously that's pretty impressive. But defensively, in the second half, in the past few matches, the team has allowed, late goals that a lot of teams that draw. But Charlotte had a couple of chances late. Is there anything that the team can do to try and limit those second half chances? Was it the heat or anything?
Guys, listen, these teams are good. They're coming on with attackers and more attackers, and they're going to get chances. Especially when teams are now down 1-0 with 10 minutes left. They're going to push, and they're going to bring more attackers and take chances. And it's very, very hard to not give up looks. And you got to make a save in this league. You got to block one. You got to hit them the other way and maybe score the second or third to put the knife in. And at times, we could have saw that out on the other end. But they're a good team. They're 4th in the East, so they're gonna get looks.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. I think Juan's on Zoom.
Hello, Ben. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask you a little bit about Brooklyn Reigns. You mentioned him earlier. Got a lot of minutes today. Describe to me how he's been playing this year compared to last year that has warranted to him getting some more minutes this year.
He's been fantastic. He's coming into games. He understands his role. He's been calm. He's connecting passes. He's driving out of the midfield. It's nice to bring him on, and that wasn't. I think he's in a much better place. I think going away with the national team, the youth national teams, has really helped him, and he's just starting to grow and really. Have the faith of the players now and the staff, so it's nice. So we just got to keep pushing him. He's everybody's impatient on his development, and it will take time. But he's a good player. He's sharp, and he'll get there. And we just got to keep pushing him along.
Okay, last question here. I wanted to ask you about Mackenzie Gaines. He's been injured for the past couple of weeks. On the depth chart, it says he's questionable. Do you have a timetable on his return?
Soonish, 3 days to 10 days, but he'll be back hopefully this week.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Coach.
Soonish. Is that a word? Soonish? I'll check the.
You ended the first half, the team ended the first half with the 73.5% possession, and their overall is 69. What did you think about your defense today, and also that your goalie stopped every shot on goal from the offensive?
Yeah, Steve was great. And in particular the one big save, and I thought his passing was very, he was sharp all night long. With the ball, and then again making some big saves. It's nice to have him back there and give us that confidence. The second half, again, they game state changes things, and they say to push, and they're very direct. And when you got guys that are 6'3", 6'4" up there, it's hard. It's hard, but the guys, they grinded at times, and we saw it out. And again, the shutout is what we were talking about. Is the most, again, I think that group's really proud of that, because we've been talking about that at home and understanding the offensive stuff is taking care of itself now, and just getting back to being one of the best defensive teams in the league.